All right, Larry Krueger here for the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video as we recap everything that happened in Niner news on this Friday, February the 8th of Super Bowl week. And, of course, we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle. Two locations right now, Emeryville and Corte Madera. Third on the way in Petaluma. They're open from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. And also thanks to Sleeper for being a proud sponsor of the Krug Show. Use promo code Larry. Sleeper will match your first deposit up to $100. Links in the description. Terms and conditions do apply. All right, let's talk a little bit about some of the news and notes from a Friday in 49er news. Tom Pelissero says that there will indeed be trade interest in Mac Jones if the Niners are willing to listen. The NFL Network's reporter indicates that there's going to be a number of teams that are interested in Mac Jones. It's not surprising if you think about it. The three quarterbacks in whatever order you want to say, Fernando Mendoza, Malik Willis, and Mac Jones. Those are the top three quarterbacks that are available this offseason, unless you're a big Ty Simpson fan or really see a gem in the draft. And there may be some people that do. But Mac Jones is definitely going to be highly sought after. Now, the question is, are the Niners willing to move him, and what is their price tag? Also today, the 49ers hired Jesse Sapolo's son, Roman Sapolo, to be their assistant offensive line coach. So that is official. Also, Adam Pac-Man Jones, during all the talk of Media Week, went on and said, 90% of the NFL players that he's talked to believe that the electrical substation is a contributing factor to the 49ers injuries. So the 49ers, if they're going, free agency starts in March. If they're going to put this to rest, I would suggest they put it to rest relatively quickly, because right now there's a lot of people that have a lot of concern about the substation. It's not like a topic that seems like it's going to go away. In fact, George Kittle went on a podcast and he was asked about the substation. What? Really? Yes. Because lots and lots of people, this is one of the major subplots of Super Bowl 60 is this substation. And here's Kittle was asked about it. And here's what he had to say about all the controversy about the electrical substation.
I know. I think they said all power is supposed to be back on the 8th, so I don't think there's even power back yet.
Yeah, it's scary for a lot of people. We obviously
Insane.
send positive vibes to everybody. You talk about power and then you talk about vibes. We got to talk about your stadium and your facility.
Ooh, what do you want to talk about? Old Spice? Is that what you want to talk about? Oh,
maybe old problems becoming very, very new in the world with the science that we have.
You've had three Niners on now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Same answer.
Same answer. What'd they say?
It's been there a long time.
You're the fourth Niner, actually.
Yeah, Jerry Rice's been doing this. Now, Christian McCaffrey said he turns off Wi-Fi when he goes to bed, so we know that he certainly has looked into this.
Right,
and certainly
Christian's very aware.
Yes.
Very aware.
You all are, though, right?
Yeah.
Because of the world that we're in right now.
Well, yeah. You know what? Kyle Juszczyk actually had a great point. He was like, look, as a professional athlete, you're doing anything you can to get 1% better. Red light therapy, ice tubs, stem cells, whatever you're doing, trying to get 1% better.
Drinking.
Well, what? Yeah. What?
No, AJ did.
Yeah, that's him.
AJ. Ice cold
But
ice.
what about something that is like making you 1% worse? And so, like, if this substation is making you 1% worse, wouldn't you want to know about it? Like, even if it's not like a debilitating thing that's doing all the things people are saying it's doing, it's making you 1% worse. Wouldn't you want to know about it?
Yes, absolutely. I'm happy that we are. And we hope that they get to the bottom of it. Now, the other side is certainly going to say it's 0%.
Yeah.
Okay. It has been for a
they're
long
haters.
time. Yeah.
But it's also, when they built the stadium there, they quadrupled the size of the whole substation. So it's so when some people were practicing there back in the day, it was this little thing, probably the size of this space right here. And now it's a massive, like multiple football fields big. So a little bit different energy coming off that thing since they've expanded it.
Yeah, but you're a big Godzilla guy, so like that should power you. The power.
So
should power you.
my one argument is like, so we have been a very high injury team, and people want to put blame on that. Now I will say, Fred Warner does practice there, and he trains there year round. So did he just like absorb the electromagnetic stuff? And he's only been hurt like once in his career. So is it like people who leave and then come back are affected more than the people who stay there year round?
Maybe, and hopefully they'll get to the bottom of it. We appreciate the fact that you know your body and you are so incredibly hardworking and in tune with your body, which is why we know you will recover from this.
Oh, I'm excited about this. I know.
So, I mean, what does this all amount to? I mean, it's hard to say, right? It's hard to say what it amounts to, other than people are talking, and when people are talking, it always is a concern that there's a potential for free agents to not want to sign with the 49ers. And then if that is indeed the case, then that becomes a problem. That is a problem. Kittle also had other things to say, so let's hear from him one more time. He was asked about his injury. How you rehabbing? George, how you feeling? Toward the Achilles. How's things going? When are you coming back? Give us the lowdown. What's the latest on the injury according to George?
What's it look like the next 3 or 4 months for this? For your whole deal? Do you have a whole plan in place? You're already working. Can you take that boot off? They have you moving it? I don't understand how it all works.
I'm literally only in this when I'm outside of my house. When I'm at my house, the nice thing is too, my trainers are coming to me right now, which is really convenient. But I do a whole bunch of ISO holds, ankle stuff. Basically, I have a 3-inch heel lift in my boot right now, so I can stand up on this right now and just kind of hang out. But walking, we're not doing that yet. I'll be in a shoe next week, and I'll be back and forth between a shoe and a boot, and then I'm on crutches for another 2 to 3, 4 weeks, and then I'm rolling again.
Where are you training at? You're training out here or back in Nashville?
I'll be in Nashville starting next week.
Because you have a full facility, right?
That I do, and I'm excited to use it again.
Nice. Yeah, and it feels like, if anybody would be prepared for this type of rehab, it would be you with your setup.
I am excited to attack something different. I would say my dad tore both of his Achilles, so he's giving me a bunch of tips.
Oh, it's in the family.
Bruce is going to be
in the family. Yeah.
I know it's hereditary.
Has he been practicing around electric substations?
No, see, he tore his back-to-back years. He was 51 and 52. He tore his.
That's a good time. That's a good time to do it.
That's Kaboli numbers right there.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's how Kaboli
tough. But hey, he came back from it and he bikes 50 miles a day, so I think I can do it.
Yeah, score some tuds. No problem.
Why not?
Run some people's faces through their face, man.
I'll still be able to headbutt people.
Yeah. As long as you can headbutt people, you're set, right? There you go. A little bit of George Kittle. Kittle's just gold. But yeah, so there you go. He's going to be working on his Achilles. The bottom line is the 49ers have to get themselves another tight end. I hate to say it, not that George is not coming back, but you got to get another tight end because George meant that much to your offense. And you don't really have one. It's not Luke Farrell. It's not Braden Willis. Tonjes is a smaller guy. I don't know if he could handle the workload. You really need to have another tight end. Whether I'd go after Tommy Tremble. That'll be the guy I'd be looking for in free agency. But, there's going to be a number of guys as far as cap casualties that will be on the market. And you never know. That might be exactly the direction the Niners need to go. They have to find another tight end. Now, a lot of people have said Kyle Pitts. Yeah, that would be a great one. But Kyle Pitts is going to cost you $14-15 million a year. And I don't know if that's in the budget. Let's hear one more from Kittle. Kittle was asked about Brock Purdy, and I guess the guys were giving Brock a hard time, and Kittle just basically says, Brock's a hell of a competitor. Here he is.
Ty actually has a question for you. I assume it's about to be the Hawks.
I was going to ask about the Hawks.
Ask a Hawk question first.
Okay.
Sounds like he wasn't.
Well, no, I was. I was.
What's your question?
You know Brock Purdy very well, and I know you're an Iowa guy. We talked about it a little bit backstage. And I think he realized it yesterday too. There's a chance Iowa State's never good again.
No chance.
Yeah, they're program literally gutted on the way out. It's just terrible for all those people. But
horrible.
Knowing Brock the way that you do and how big of a competitor he is, et cetera, it looked like he wanted to tell me to my face, fuck you, and smack the teeth out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
But he didn't.
He was wearing a Toyotathon jacket. He did not.
Yeah.
It's a cute jacket.
Do you think that is an accurate read, though? Because, we kind of saw Brock come into his own a little bit more this year. But do you think that is an accurate read? And he also knows that I'm right. Iowa State's not going to be fuck anymore.
You know what? As a person from Iowa, and I love the state of Iowa, I want Iowa State to get good again. I just don't know how that's going to happen for a while. It's going to be tough.
Way.
But Brock is he's a feisty guy. When we golf and stuff, he likes to go out there and compete. He likes to, compete with Juice, me, Christian. He likes to go out there with the boys. He's a very, very competitive person. He talks a lot of shit. That's just kind of what he does. And so I think when you put a camera on him, he's trying to be, hey, I'm the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. There's a lot that goes into, goes into that. And it's like, you know what, Brock, just be yourself, man. So he's getting more comfortable with the whole thing. But
he almost murdered them. Yes. Yeah. We saw it in his eyes multiple times.
He gets pissed.
Yeah. Well,
awesome.
they were trying to as well. I mean, as soon as they saw, he was sitting like this casual. And then Ty says something. You see him look over, and then Ty and Connor sense a little. Oh, yeah. There was a bite on that hook. There's a little moment there.
Keep doing it. The next time he goes on the show, keep doing it.
We don't know if that'll happen.
It will.
He's never coming back.
No, he will. He's a good guy.
I don't know. Ty and Connor said some. I mean, they were trying.
We got him.
I was just saying Ames is a shithole.
Oh, it is.
And he hates charity.
He loves him.
Say he hates charity.
Wow, this guy catches.
That's so mean. I love it.
George, what were your stats? How many?
What'd I do?
You tell me. You're trying to compare yourself to George Kittle and Brock Purdy's life. See, George Kittle says it. I'm allowed to say it. This guy's been his number one basically since he became a starter for the Niners.
Hey, you know what? Some things just don't die. I went to Iowa. He went to Iowa State. That's how it's always going to be.
It is. It is fair.
Yeah, but I wish Brock with that Toyota-thon jacket would have taken the jacket off and say, you know what, this ain't about Toyota. Take it down.
I'm kicking your ass.
It would have been so cool.
I would have thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yes. So they're going at Brock Purdy. But anyway, some good stuff there. That, of course, was Kittle stopping by on the McAfee show. Couple other Niner notes. Roger Craig said today, last night, of course, I should say Frank Gore said today that he's glad that Roger Craig got into the Hall of Fame ahead of him. Said that, that they would have to split the limelight and the whole deal. And I think Frank would like his own day separate from Roger. But also the reality is Roger played before Frank. So Roger should go into the Hall of Fame ahead of Frank. That is the correct order. And I'm glad the NFL got that right. So once again, tip of the cap to Roger Craig. What an amazing night it was last night for him to be part of the Hall of Fame class of 2026. And if you missed it, the Hall of Fame class is Roger, Drew Brees, Luke Kuechly, Larry Fitzgerald, and Adam Vinatieri. That is the Hall of Fame class of 2026. Also last night, Christian McCaffrey finished second in the NFL Offensive Player of the Year balloting to JSN. JSN blew him out. It was 272 points for JSN, 223 for CMC. So JSN won that Offensive Player of the Year, and I thought he would. CMC did win the NFL Comeback Player of the Year award over Aiden Hutchinson, 31-9. So that he won that going away. Kyle Shanahan finished dead last in the Coach of the Year voting. Mike Vrabel was given the award. Kyle was fifth in the voting. And if we missed it yesterday, I don't think we did, but if we did, the Niners are playing the Rams in Melbourne, Australia to begin the year, I believe. Will we go? I don't know. We'll have to see about that. I don't know if I want to do that long of a flight. But the Niners and the Rams in Melbourne, Australia, and there's talk that the Niners may actually play two international games and play a game in Mexico City, with the Ram game in Melbourne being a Niner home game and maybe the Mexico City being a road game. I'm not sure, but there'll be one home, one road. But the Niners may play two international games in 2026. All right, that's going to do it for us. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of The Krug Show. Thanks to Sleeper for sponsoring this video. The links are in the description for both of our sponsors. And thanks to you guys for supporting The Krug Show on YouTube.